Hey everybody, it's Peter from Brantford Kia, and today we're going to continue our series on the Kia Stinger. We're going to talk about the drive modes. So this car's got 5 drive modes. We're going to hop inside, we're going to explain what the drive modes change and how they work, and we're going to explain the custom drive mode to show you all the different ways you can customize a drive mode just for you. So let's take a look inside the 2018 Kia Stinger, and we're going to talk about drive modes. Okay, so here we are inside the car. It's not running yet, so I'm just going to start it up. Now the drive mode's knob is just below the gear shift knob. So I'll show you a picture of it right here, just below the gear shift knob. So it falls readily at hand. You can put your arm on the armrest and your hand rests right on it. So when you start the car, in the center of the gauge cluster, it tells you what mode you're in, and it's always in comfort mode. So that's the default mode to start it. What you're gonna see though is as I change things, you're gonna see it in the big screen on the left here. So there's custom, there's sport, there's comfort, again where it starts, eco, and smart. So the way I'm going to show you how everything changes is by going back over to custom and hitting settings right here. So this shows you everything that gets changed with each one of those modes. So there's an engine transmission change, there's a steering wheel, which is the effort in the steering wheel, there's the suspension, so we'll quickly cover that for a second, comfort or sport. And also the all-wheel drive and the active engine sound. So again, it can give you some engine noise from inside the cabin. And this is our custom mode. So we'll play with that for a second. Hopefully my boss doesn't get too upset if I mess with his systems. But let's go through each one. Engine transmission. Right now it's set to sport. You have the option of eco, comfort, or sport. So we'll leave it where it is for now. And it takes a second to save the setting. Comfort, the steering wheel, again, we showed you before, comfort or sport. So again, comfort is a little bit easier steer, sport's a little bit more heavier steering feel. Go down the suspension. I think we just did that one as well, comfort or sport as well. And then this one is the all-wheel drive model, so it gives you an all-wheel drive option as well. 3 options, eco, comfort, or sport. So 3 options there to customize everything. And finally, active engine sounds. So you can go to minimize, so you don't hear that, so it's nice and quiet in the cabin. Normal or enhanced. Enhanced, of course, gives you that more sport roar from inside the cabin. So pretty cool way to do things. And those are all adjusted with every single drive mode. So custom lets you customize them, of course. But anything you do, you can go to sport. Of course, it makes everything sport. Oops, there we go. Comfort, eco, and smart. Now smart is an interesting one. So what smart does is you leave it in the smart mode, it'll decide if you're driving economically or if you're driving in an aggressive way, and that is shown in the gauge cluster in front of me between the 2 dials. So that's in the center gauge cluster, and I'll show you a picture of that right here. So right now as I'm idling, it tells me eco, and of course as I drive aggressively, it'll switch automatically to sport or something else. So there is the drive modes in the Kia Stinger.